Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I am Manish. I'm going to teach about you the field service lightning. So in this video, we are diving into the basic of the field service, which is also known as FSL or the Salesforce field service. And we are going to learn why it is important and what it is and how it works. All about the basics and what are the major personas who are going to work, how the core object data models are built together to work the whole FSL. So we are going to see about this in more detail. Okay, so first thing first is this is our agenda in future like how the series will going on. So basically we have to learn about the basic overview of the field service, like what exactly it is field service. I know like you are come here so you know about the field service, so there might be chance like someone don't know about the field service lightning. So first we will be learning about the basic overview of the field service, what are the objects include a general example of the use case. Like for example, Salesforce have a lot of customers who are using the field service. So one of the example is Swiggy. Swiggy is also using the Salesforce field service. So like how a normal business model is working over the top of Salesforce platform with the field service. So we are going to see what is exactly the field service and how everything is worked together. That we will cover in the basic overview. Once that is done, we get the idea of the field service, then we will create a demo org for us, how we can install the field service package, how we can enable the permission sets, how we can enable the license and all these things we are going to learn. Then we are going to discuss more about the personas, who all the peoples are going to work and how their roles are defined into the field service lightning, how we are going to assign the permissions to them. So, and after that, there will be what are the objects included in the field service. We are going to see the standard objects, the core data model of the field service lightning, and how we can configure all this together to build a scalable system. So it will include like work order management, workforce management, the scheduling of the appointments, and how the things are worked into the field service mobile configuration, and all other things. Okay. And the workforce management, the service resource, service crew, the crew management, how we are going to assign the permissions to the resources, how they can access the field service mobile application, how we can create a crews, how we can create a crew management console system like a dispatcher console. All of these things are we are going to see one by one. Then there are some other important topics like inventory management, how the data transfer flow from like inventory or the locations to the sites and all other things. And then we will discuss in individually like about the dispatcher console, what are the options available on the consoles, like how you can filter, how you can see resources. And one of the important thing is the time zones. Some business have multiple time zone. For example, in Canada, we have EDT, EST, and the daylight saving, all these things. So the time zone is all also important. So how we can configure the time zone and other things, how we can see over the dispatcher consoles. Then the important thing is the core of the field service lighting, which is a scheduling and optimization engine. So we are going to deep dive into the field service optimization engine, how the field service schedule or how we can schedule using the out of the box functionality, all the service appointments. And we have a couple of methods like in-day optimization, resource optimization, and some others to schedule the appointments, like based on the best routing travel or defining policies. Then we are going to see about the field service mobile, how we can set up the field service mobile or how we can create a like customization on the field service mobile and basic other stuffs. Then we have another topics called as virtual remote assistant and the appointment assistant. These are the additional topics. And for this, we have the packages provided by the Salesforce. So we will also see about the VRA and the appointment assistant. Okay, now to understand a basic, I know it's a more theoretical terms. Let's take an example and to understand this. Okay, let me go to this pane. Okay, let's take an example of this. Okay, let's suppose you are an organization and you have implemented or you are using the field service lighting on the Salesforce platform. Okay, so let's say you have provided the AC services or something, anything else grooming, anything. It can be anything. Okay. Now the you have implemented a portal for the customers, or like you have also set up the omni channel to call over the your organization. Okay, let's say this is your FSL, and this is your Service Cloud. On top of Service Cloud, you have omni-channel channel, or this is your portals or experience site for self-booking, experience site, whatever the sites or whatever. Okay, so let's take in a real-time examples. So, for example, you sold one AC. Okay, means the customer is need service for the AC, or the customer want to book appointment for the service maintenance or something, anything else. Okay, so either he can book the appointment using the portal by providing the availability, or he will directly call to the number they provided from the Salesforce, like your business, and the CSR will pick up the call and ask for the basic detail, what is the model number, what is the earliest availability, and all other stuffs, like just whatever required for the maintenance. Okay, so once that is done, let's say this customer told, okay, hey, I am available next day between 12 to 5. Okay, so earliest is 12, and the let's say 5 is a tentative time for this. 12 to 5, he give the slots 10 to 5. Okay, now in the backend, how everything will work. Okay, once the case is created, the CSR have the all the permissions, like all the informations. So in field service, that work is going to denote by the object work order. So the work order. Okay, once that I have the information, so it can be based on business to business. Right now, we are taking example from the omni-channel, like from case to work order, then work order to technician. We are taking this flow diagram, and it can be like change from account lead or something for the installation and for the stuff. So once the work order is created, so work order contain basic information like what kind of work is going to done, what is the duration, where it needs to done. Like basic, we have some W's, what, where, why, when, all this information going to contain on the work order. Once the CSR has provided all this information to the agent or the dispatcher will create a work order with all this information. And under the work order, we are going to have one record of the service appointment. We have one or another object called a service appointment. That service appointment object is going to store the information when this work is going to be completed. That's in. So that is tomorrow. Date will be tomorrow, and the timing will be 12 to 5. So we have some fields which we will going to see in the future videos. Okay, once that is done, so this is done by the agent or like the dispatcher. So then dispatcher is going to dispatch or schedule this service appointment. Then like we have a couple of out of the box functionality. We have some global action provided by the field service, and using which we can schedule those. Schedule means the assigning to the technician. Okay, so using dispatcher console, they can assign, or using the book. So once I have all the information, let's say I am the dispatcher. So I am going to schedule this appointment. I will go and see, okay, this person belongs to North India, or let's say the Delhi. Okay, in Delhi, it belongs to the North Delhi. Okay, so I will see the resources who are available in North Delhi, and based on their availability, I will schedule this appointment for them for tomorrow. Okay, based on the shortest path and all these things we are going to see. Once that is scheduled, the field service tech is going to log in into the mobile application tomorrow, and he will see, oh, I have this number of assignments or number of service appointments that I have to complete, and based on the timings, it will automatically schedule based on the timings, based on the engine. Okay, once then technician will go and visit the sites and will complete the work or the service appointment. Once that is complete, he will mark that as a complete, and from mobile it will sync up with the Salesforce web browser, and in the Salesforce org it will also update the status of the work order and service appointment, and the dispatcher is going to know, okay, this work is completed. And if in the business require the signature or some reports or any additional feedback from the customer, they will get the form, or they will have the customization for that. And once that is done, So dispatcher is going to know, okay, this work is completed, or the CSR is going to know this work is completed. So they will go ahead and close this case. So this is a one flow of the diagram, how the field service work in general overview terms. So likewise, we have multiple businesses who are using the field service as per their business need. So we have a couple of standard objects. We are going to create a custom object, and together we build a scalable system. We will go through an example in the end, and we will build a one project on top of the field service lightning. So this is how the basic field service lightning will work.